Oh, sorry. I didn't even realize I hit mute. I'm not even sure how long you guys could not hear me. Yeah. I don't even know how long you guys could not hear me. When I needed to be unmuted, I wasn't unmuted. Hopefully I was muted when I was talking to him. I don't even know because I hit it again. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I don't even know if you guys heard me talking to my barber and the fact that what happened to him. Oh my God. Uh, oh gosh. Oh God, I don't know. I don't know if you guys heard or that or not. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to go back. May have to cut that part out. So, anywho, welcome, welcome. Good evening. I am Shakia, the professor of Silaholics Anonymous, honestly speaking, 365, HS Sync 365. I'm like all like flustered right now. But as you saw from the banner, I am going to show you guys how to remove vinyl using VLR, which is vinyl letter removing solvent. So it's something that we can put on the back of vinyl to remove it. It's not going to remove the adhesive, but I'm going to put a whole like Siser EasyPrint cover over it that I'm printing with my Roland. So although I cannot show you all the settings in VersaWorks and show it printing and cutting on the Roland because that's in a different area, I'm going to show you how I set it up in Silhouette Studio and then send it over to Illustrator to set my cut lines. And it's probably done by now, but I was going to remove the vinyl. So we're going to do that. I'm going to show you in Silhouette Studio. We're going to remove the vinyl and then I'm going to go get the print and we're going to put that onto the jersey. All right. Um, okay, good. Y'all said it again, didn't hear me talking. All right, perfect. Good, 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 good. All right. So again, incredible evening. I'm going to take you guys right back over to um, Silhouette Studio so I can show you guys how I set this up. And then we're going to do the vinyl letter removal. All right, so let's go here. Now for the Roland, it has a program that's called VersaWorks. You can't really design it. It's really only made for cutting. You can't set your cut lines there. You have to use third-party programs or outside programs to set your cut lines. I am more familiar with Silhouette. Can you do some of these things in Illustrator? I find it a little bit more difficult to do in Illustrator. I much prefer Silhouette, and then it's literally a click of a button for me once I take it over to Illustrator. So I've already set up my design where I kind of want it to be cut. So I have my outline, and then I just shrunk them down in size. And so I'm just going to center this up. You do want to make sure that your page is to the size that you want it to be, because if you have extra, it's gonna like do and like just waste a bunch of vinyl, or it won't waste the vinyl because it's not going to print anything, but it'll waste a bunch of time trying to get to that point. So I like to make sure that it is the exact size that I need it to be. The Roland says it is a 20-inch cutter, but it does not cut 20 inches. It is not even 19. I think it's like 18.9, 18.5, somewhere there. So you really don't get the full 20 inches because there is like a clip that kind of holds it there. So you don't get the full 20, although it's advertised as a 20-inch printer. Definitely not. That was the one thing that was kind of a disappointment to me, that you cannot take advantage of the full length, like the full inches. I mean, at least like get 19 and a half. Nope. So you want to just set it up. So I normally just set it for 18.5 just to be on the safe side, and then whatever I need the height to be. So I set everything up, and then all I do is copy it, paste in front. I'm going to fill it with color, which is the color that I have my, well, actually, no, it's not that one. It's similar to the color that I have in Illustrator where I've set up my cut contour lines. So I put that on top. Now, two parts to this. So I'm go ahead and hit weld because I know that there are two parts to it. So I always just kind of hit weld just to make sure everything is one. I'm not welding it to the back. I'm only welding the print. Then we go file, save as, save to hard drive. You're going to title it, and let me move head out of the way because you're not going to see the bottom part with my head there. All right. So you're going to make it a PDF. So that's the portable document format. And you're going to name it and then hit OK. I've already saved mine. So now we're going to go over to Illustrator. So this is how it comes in. I've already set my cut contour lines. I do have a video where I have set my cut contour lines already. So you guys can watch that video on how to set your cut contour. There's a full video on it. So once I bring it over here, all I have to do is, I'm trying to click off. All right, what are you doing? Okay. I click on the top layer. So I select all of those. Same thing like with Silhouette, hold down Shift and click on that top layer. And right here for the color, I click on the foreground, on the main color, not the line color, and I make it no color. Then I click to bring my line or my stroke or line color to the front. And I'm going to close this out so you can see me pull it in right here. For a swatch library, I go to user define. There is my Roland. So I have this and it's set to cut contour. You can also do perforated contour, well, pref cut contour, which will cut all the way through if you're doing like stickers and labels. I don't really use that one. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. What that does is put that blue line around here. Because it is coded as cut contour, once you go to send it to VersaWorks, it will not print. It will turn that line into marching red ants, is what I. There we go. Don't know what happened with the internet. So we're just going to go ahead and go file, and then you just hit save because it's already a PDF. So I save everything to my WD My Cloud. My WD My Cloud is connected to all of my computers. So once I save it there, I could just go to my laptop that's rolling and open it there, open up in VersaWorks. I wish I could show you guys VersaWorks, but I can't even set up VersaWorks on the. All right, I don't know what's going on with the internet right now, but like I said, I just can't show you guys VersaWorks. I know my audio was awesome. Not sure if you guys heard or you saw in the description, all classes are on sale for $22.22 off in honor of 22222. So it's 2 5 times is the code. So 22222 for February 22nd, 2022, Tuesday. There we go. And all our classes are on sale, $22 off on the site hsinc365.com. So I'm going to be done. What's probably done, but I'm going to flip over to the other camera and to show you guys how to remove the vinyl. Shh. Okay, good job. Okay, bye-bye. All right. We're going to use, this is it. So it's vinyl letter removal. It has, it's supposed to have a red top on it. Don't ask me where it is. So with this, you're going to put it on the back of your vinyl. You want to make sure that it stays like on the vinyl that you want to remove, because if you get it on other parts, like there is a piece of vinyl up here, it will make that come off as well. So you have to just be very careful and make sure that you're only putting it where you want it to remove the vinyl. All right, let me see. I just kind of want to hold my hand in here. So all you do is just let it go. Like just, you want to do it in small sections because it does dry and it works better when it is wet. So you don't want to do it in too big of a section. So we're going to work a little bit at a time. So you just want to saturate the back, let it sit for a little minute. I'm going to flip it to make sure that it went nowhere near my other vinyl. So you just kind of let that set in and then you pull it. Kind of let it get in there a little bit more. But you pull it to start to release it, and then it will come up. I probably need a little bit more. I'm just going to put a little bit on the top. And it'll start to eat away at the vinyl. And see, now I see it puffing up. So we're going to pull it. And it will come off. I think I need to let it sit for a little bit longer so it can get to that adhesive. This is, I mean, it's a jersey, but the top of this is actually kind of thick. So I'm going to just flip it over, put a little bit more on the back, and it dries fairly quickly. You don't have to really worry about washing it once the vinyl comes off. There it is. So we're going to pull it right around here. And the vinyl comes off. You just have to keep pulling it to basically loosen it up. So this is going to take a little minute to get all of this off. So if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to ask, because I have to take off the the numbers in the front and in the back. And I'm doing this just so that you don't see the line of demarcation on the color print that I'm going to put over it, because this is raised. So you technically would still see it underneath that. The color print is actually really thin. Kind of got to let it sit there for a little minute. And you see, you will still see the adhesive. So I only do this if I'm going to completely cover it up with something. I don't do it if it's not going to cover it up. It needs some more. It shouldn't, it takes a little bit for it to come off, but it shouldn't take all of that. So just gonna put a little bit more to eat away at that adhesive. And you'll start to see it kind of bubble too. Once it's really through there, it will start to kind of bubble up. And you're not stretching the material because the vinyl is on it anyway. I'm pulling at just where the vinyl is. And it dries fast. That's why you don't want to work in big sections. And normally when you pull it, it just kind of breaks itself off and comes off fairly easy once the adhesive is released from it. Because the adhesive is still on the shirt. All right. There we go. So we're just breaking that up. There is a new bottle of this. It's a smaller one, and it's like yellow and purple, but it's basically the same thing. And it's dry already, so it's better to work in smaller sections. I was kind of a waste before. I mean, not really, because I do need it to release, so. I'm being a little impatient here because I have the front and the back to do. So I am being a little impatient with letting it do its thing to get it off. Oh, come on. I mean, I know you're thick and all, but jeepers creepers. You have to break it away from the adhesive. You can use like a flat iron to the back for certain. On this one, this is something that's polyester. I would not use a flat iron on the back of this. But if it's like cotton, you definitely can heat it up. Put a flat iron or put a regular iron to the back of it, and it will actually melt it off, and you can get more of the adhesive off that way. But you're still going to always see an impression of the adhesive. There's really no way to fully get that adhesive off. At least not get it off fully. And I don't know what kind of vinyl this was on here before. The type of vinyl that's on there will also kind of affect how easy or how hard it is for it to come off. because this vinyl seemed very thick. Oh, come on, you little stubborn piece. There you go. All right, one letter down. One number down. All right. Let's do the other side. I'm going to be a little bit more patient with this side so I don't have to pull so much. And I'm going to look at your questions. No, it leaves a residue. You're going to always have issues with the glue remaining. It does not pull it all the way off. This is polyester, so I wouldn't use the heat on this. On a cotton shirt, I do, but not on this. Yes, so you can reheat it with a straightener, but I don't like to do that on polyester materials. You can end up with scorch marks when you do it on polyester. I don't have a big hole in mine because I'm a klutz, and if it falls on the floor, I don't want it to waste out. So I don't have a big hole on mine. So I'm going to just let that work its way into the bottom. And while that one's working its way in down there, I'm going to come back up to the top where I already kind of loosened it, put a little bit more. And because it's kind of loose in the front, I'm going to put a little bit on the front. And it'll, once it gets on, it's released from it, you pull it, it'll kind of just come up. Just got to be patient with it. All right, let me stretch the bottom before that dries, just so that I can loosen up the vinyl and the adhesive, which I kind of let it dry some. All right. I'm gonna have to go grab my lint brush too. It is very, very tedious. I should technically be wearing gloves. My little fingers are going to end up looking white. I mean, when you stop being impatient, you kind of let it do its thing and you pull it. I mean, it's going to basically peel off, but you got to not be impatient like me. It literally just rolls. And then we still have the one on the back to do, but luckily it's small. It's smaller than the size that this was. This was the bigger one. Alrighty. Everything is off of here. Whew. That was a lot. And so it's still, like I said, you're going to still see the residue from the glue. And now let's do the one on the back, which I have to be super careful with because it is very close to this. I cannot get this up here on this in any way, shape, or form. So just got to be very careful. I'm actually going to start at the bottom. I'm going to do around the edges of it. And then flip it inside out. Because I cannot go to the top of this at all. And see, this one came off a whole lot easier than the one on the back. Well, yeah, that was the back of the front. That was the back, yeah. All right. This is where I have to be careful. I'm going to put my finger, and I know not to go past my finger with the VLR. And I have to be very careful with pulling and try and keep it concentrated to only this area. Just in case anything got up there, you don't want to pull it to where it's going to come loose. So I'm doing my best to make sure I'm only pulling on, in this case, the number 3. All righty. 3 down, 1 more to go. All right, let me see. There, he doesn't have another one. This is like, I'm putting it on something. So it's not, I didn't make a mistake. They want this removed from this particular jersey to put a QR code on there. So I didn't make a mistake on it. They don't want this on here. Ooh, I'm very close to that R. I have to be very, very, very careful with how I pull this one. Oof. You gotta be careful. A little bit got on the tip of the R. So I'm just trying to be very careful around that R. There we go. All right, now I'm going to lint brush this bad boy. Just as soon as I figure out what I do with the lint brush. Oh, wait, it's not in here. I just have to go back and get it because it's back in the room. I'm just brushing it off with a microfiber towel for now. And when I go get the print, I'm going to go get the lint brush. All right. All right. Let me go and get, I'm going to go ahead and drop this on here so that I am ready to apply it. I don't know what that is. I just don't want it to get heat set into it. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get my lint brush, and the print should be done on the Roland. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. My print is done. Oh, well, duh, Shakia. I have to read. Where is my weeding tool, Jesus? I need to weed this and mask this. I'm gonna grab because of where I have you guys. I'm just gonna grab this to press on. Because I need something hard to press on. And let me grab my other weeding tool because I have no idea what happened to the one that's normally over there. Let me grab my other weeding tool, which, hey, where are my weeding tools? Ah, here it is. Ugh. My weeding pen that Danny gave me, which I'm still learning how to use. All right, so that weeded. I cut this on, I want to say, oh gosh, I had the blade set at 15 and the cut force at 75, I think is what I have this set at, to basically kiss cut through just the vinyl, but leave the rest. I'm just going to cut this down. That was an extra one. I just put it there to take up space. All right, so we're doing the front one first. I can use the same masking. So I'm just going to take my masking. Roll it down. Take my squeegee. You must do it on a flat, even, hard surface when you are marrying the transfer to the masking. So we're just going to peel this off. Remove this one. I don't have any Teflon, so we're going to use parchment paper. As soon as I figure out where I threw it to. Oh, gosh. Where did I throw the parchment paper? I see my butcher. I can't use the butcher. I need it to be the non-stick one to cover up this and to protect this. Okay, what the heck I just do with the... Now, what the world? I just had this parchment paper in my hand because I have a big old roll. Is it there? No. Wherefore art thou parchment paper? Or did I have it in my hand when I went out to the Roland? Okay, I think I may have had it in my hand when I went out to the Roland. Give me a second, because that means it's on the table. Give me just a moment. Yep. My parchment paper. I had it when I went to go get the Roland, so it was on the dining room table. And only because the carrier sheet is going over that other vinyl, I don't want it to put a line in it. So I'm going to quick tack this, which this is not enough pressure. I'm just going to quick tack it. I'm going to give it a little bit more pressure. When it comes to vinyl, you need pressure. Sublimation, I don't need that much pressure. All right. So I want it down just enough to tack it. Put this to the side. We're going to use this for the back one. Cover everything back up. Actually, you know what? I can pull. I want it to all heat evenly, so I need to pull it down so that I don't end up with a line through anything else. Oh, I pressed it too long. Oh, what did I say in the beginning of this? This was polyester. I used the wrong one. So here is why you have to use the right material. Perfect learning experience. This is polyester. And when I do sublimation, I tell y'all this all the time. It bleeds through. So wherever you're using the Eco Solvent one, you have to use, it's called, EasyPrint Subli. It has dye block for dye migration. And I kept saying that this is polyester. I didn't want to scorch it. Yet I forgot to change the vinyl that was on the Roland. And as soon as I lifted up and I saw the black coming through, I'm like, oh, yeah, duh, Shakia. You used EasyPrint. And I even wrote it in the title. And I completely forgot. So I'm going to have to take this one off as well. Because as you can see, one, you can see the adhesive through there. But you can see the black. You have to use the color print one. I mean, it's I'll show you on their thing. So a lot of people used to think that you can sublimate on the one that was the Siser, it's like, I think it says Siser color print subly, but you can't sub it on that. Basically what that one is, that's the only one that has dye migration block. So it would keep it white. So this is what happens. You see the color, it's gray now, it's not white. And I kept saying, I didn't want to use the heat because I didn't want to scorch it because this was polyester. Yet my brain still did not think to change the friggin' vinyl. So I can't even use the other one. I have to put that on something that's cotton. I'm going to remove this one. And then, so you guys won't see it, I'm going to just recut it. And, I have to go in there, change it. And that's going to take too long on camera for me, like for you guys to wait for me to change out the vinyl to the subly one. And then print it again. It takes a really long time to print on the Roland. So it's going to take a little bit too long. He's not coming until tomorrow. So what I'll do is I'll take it off. I'll change out everything. I will print it. And then I will come back and show you guys. So I'm going to take a picture of this so you can see the difference with this one and the fact that the black bleeds through. So you see that it's gray there. And then when I use the subly print, you're going to see that it remains white because it has dye migration block. I'm going to show you it on their website, the difference in them. Before they came out with Easy Subly, everyone thought that you can get that one and sublimate to it, but you can't. It's just for, even though that's not sublimation, it kind of sort of is. It's like it acts the same way. So remember when I tell you guys that if you're going to use colored polyester, you still have to protect your heat press because as it heats up, that dye releases and it can get on your heat press. So that's why you have to cover it up. So let me go over here to Siser's website. So let's go Siser color print subly thin. So I'm trying to see. Let's go to I don't want to go US Cutter, Siser's. All right, it's not coming up on there. So let's just go over here to Heat Transfer Warehouse, which I'm trying my best not to click on. There we go. So see, it says dye block. This is if you're going to put something on anything that is polyester or if it's been sublimated before, you have to use the subly thin dye block. You have to use this one. If not, what happened to the other one is what's going to happen there. And I can't believe I kept saying, I don't want to scorch it. I don't want to scorch it. It's polyester. It's polyester. And I forgot to change it out. And that's the one thing, like when you're doing so many different things, it's like you have to keep a checklist and make sure that you are, checking off your list and knowing like what material it is, if you have to change something out. And because I was trying to hurry up and do the live, I did not go through checking my list and making sure that I had the right vinyl in there. But this is what you have to use on colored polyester. Nope, it doesn't affect the new vinyl. So yeah, I'm going to have to take that one off and redo it. Now, I mean, it looks almost like snakeskin, but it ain't supposed to look like that. But see the difference in the white, and then this looks gray. And you can see the letters because the ink still came through, like the dye still came through that adhesive part, but it's not as much as the other one. So you can see the numbers, not the letters, the numbers that were in there. So you have to use the dye block. All polyester is dyed. All polyester is dyed. Once you heat it up, it opens up those pores and it releases the dye. So yeah. Yep, good learning moment. When you're doing this, if you're going to do it for, that's why I never really wanted to do this for shirts. For me, it was about using adhesive vinyl, not shirts. Because there's like a lot of them. There is there's matte, there's glossy, there's the subly thin. There's what's the other one? Oh my gosh, there's a couple of different like ones for printing. I have the big Siser book. When I get ready to do this tomorrow, I'll show you my big Siser book that has all of their color print stuff on it, and redo this. So yeah, learning moment. I can't believe that. I just y'all kept saying, why am I using the what's the name? Kept saying polyester and did not even think about it until I saw it through the parchment paper and I was like, oh yeah, wrong vinyl. Any questions for moi? I'm so mad at myself. And that's why this one is so thick too, because it has dye block. You would not be able to take regular Siser like Easy Weed and put it on here. It will bleed through. It doesn't have, the regular ones don't have dye block. So you wouldn't be able to take just the regular one and put it on here. It has to be the one, it has to be vinyl that has dye block when you're putting it on polyester. So that's the same thing when it comes to Easy Subly, Jet Pro 3G. The glitter vinyl, not so, I mean, it is somewhat, you can kind of get away with it a little bit more with the glitter vinyl. It takes a little bit longer for it to bleed through, but you can't just use any vinyl on colored polyester. Oh, you brought the Subly vinyl on accident. Now you get to use it, or you brought the color print thinking it was Easy Subly. So now that you're getting your roll and you get to use it. I'm so mad. And it isn't as bad as big as I thought it would be. So at first I was like, man, that's going to be kind of big, but it's actually not as bad as I thought that it would be. So tomorrow morning, we shall meet again. Oh, the color print. Oh, okay. So we shall meet again tomorrow morning. Because I'm going to go and print it out now. I'm going to go and cut it and all that kind of good jazz. And see you guys in the morning. Oh gosh. I be dang it. And I just don't believe it because I kept talking to myself about it being polyester and talking to y'all. And I still did not think about the fact that I did not change out the vinyl. Lesson learned. Any questions for me? It is on Sillaholics Anonymous' YouTube. It's under Roland, if I'm not mistaken. So when you get yours, inbox me. You watch a lot of the other videos. You'll be pulling stuff for days. I have not edited mine. When I did mine, I realized quickly that you don't have to pull all of them out. When it says to pull it out, only pull them out a little bit, because you're gonna have to push them right back in and just change the one out. So once you're ready to set it up, inbox me, because I still haven't edited my video from when I did it. I didn't really do it like with my regular camera. I did it from my phone because I didn't realize it would be so much for it. It's a long process of taking out, putting in, taking out, putting in because it has to flush the lines. You have to put the cleaning solution in it. You have these dummy ones. So you leave it in there and you put the cleaning solution so it can flush through the lines. And you have to do that for every single channel. So you do that first, and then you put them in, and it does its thing. So it's a bit of a process to get it going. She says, I will be waiting patiently. All righty. You're very welcome. So no one else has questions for me. I'm going to hop off of here so that I can go over to Roland and out the vinyl so I can get this printed and be ready for in the morning. I'm just going to go ahead and schedule it for in the morning. So, all right. Well, I'll probably find out what time he's going to come because we may have to go get MJ to get his haircut. So I'll find out what time he's going to, I know it's going to be after rush hour, but not sure what time. So you'll see the same. Well, no, I'm going to take off the VLR because I'm going to do just the print and press the Eco Solvent print. All right. All righty, guys. The sale is until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's been on since 2 o'clock. I mentioned it in my live earlier, but I didn't get a chance to come back live at 2:22. But it's been live since 2:22, and it's until 11:59. Any other questions? All righty. All right, so I was trying to wait to see, but let's see. The code didn't work for the class you wanted. Which class? It's only for classes that's on the academy. If it's a really, really old class, I thought I took all of them off. Let me know which class you are referring to because it's all of the academy classes. So it is HTV, but it's not regular HTV. It is printable HTV, and you have to have an Eco Solvent printer. A lot of people are converting Epson Eco tanks to Eco Solvent. It's a different type of solvent ink than that's in my Roland. I have an actual Eco Solvent printer. It's a Roland BN20, but they have a water-based Eco Solvent printer, and if you put it in an Eco Tank printer or a dye-based printer, you can use that. I think I am going to at some point put it in my Canon just to test it because it doesn't matter if it's heated. The Roland actually heats up the ink when it's printed. Like, so there's a heater in there. So it might be better in a printer that uses heat. Yes, you are very late. Photoshop. Let me just go back and check real quick. Oh, so was it the basic Photoshop's essential? That's not even supposed to be on here because that is an old one. But there's another Photoshop, and that one you can. Let me change this one because that's a really, really old one. That's not on the Academy. That's why that's like that. Let's put that back in draft. And I'll post the link for the actual Photoshop and the one that's on the Academy. Let me find that one for you. Oh, even the principal shirts. I didn't realize that was still on here. Ooh, hold on. Let's take that one off. That was all the way from 2019. I thought I got rid of all of these. Oh, definitely did not. Thought I got rid of all of those. Um, mm, okay, where is the Photoshop one? I think that's under the other one. Photoshop. Mm. Oh, it was only the one. The only one that's available is the one that was Photoshop for sublimation. It's pretty much the same, but yeah, the other one is not. So this is the only one that is on the Academy, is the one that was Photoshop for sublimation. So that's the only one. The code is until 11:59 p.m. Yes, the classes will show regular price. You put the code in at checkout and it will take it, it'll take the amount off. And when you're looking at them, they're going to show regular price. The discount is applied at checkout. All right. Any other questions for me? I'm just checking to make sure right now that any classes from 2019, even from 2020, most of those won't be. I have to make sure all those are gone because those were not on the Academy, and the playbacks for those are in a different location. So, all right, no other questions. All right, y'all, I am out of here. I was supposed to do a regular Q&A. I might come back for the regular Q&A right after this, after I go and set everything up, but I'm not going to print out. I'm going to do that part tomorrow. But I might come back because I did say that I would come back for a regular Q&A. Maybe you got, because somebody asked, do I only do it during the daytime or in the morning? So I said, no, I do them in the evening as well. So let's see if you guys have questions. If I do an evening Q&A session, so I will be right back after 9 o'clock because I'm going to go and put the boys to bed, and I'll be back for a Q&A at 9 o'clock or like 9:15ish, probably somewhere 19ish, somewhere in there. After I go and put the boys to bed. When will I be putting the listing for the syllabus classes for next month for beginners? The 30-day challenge. I am still, I have it on my Academy site, but I don't know if I want to do it through Sillaholics Anonymous's YouTube, the membership on YouTube. So I am debating on that. Because if I do it on the YouTube one, then it's like you only have it, like if you end it, you lose all that content. And normally my classes, it's like you have forever access to it. So I'm trying to debate which platform I want to do it on. So I have it all set up. If I do it on YouTube, I got a lot more work to do to go and set up each day. And because they're also, the reason why I was trying to go back and forth, they're not in the evening. They are daytime classes. And I know a lot of times people say they can watch better if it's a YouTube video. But they are daytime. They're not evening classes. Each session is at 11 a.m. And I'll basically be doing it live and going through each part of it. And that's the only reason why I was debating on whether or not I wanted to do the Zoom, because a lot of people say they can't join the Zoom. So that's the only reason why I'm kind of like on the fence. All classes that are on, hold on. So let me go over here. So if you click on 365 CA classes and playbacks, you have all of these. Now, this is the only one that's not. That's the only one I think that's not on there. But you have like the switch up, the Shopify, the business strategy, the sales strategies, which although it was for holiday, it works for everything else. This right here now contains both the AM and the PM class. So you'll really see both of them. It's like only a slight difference between the two. But if you're new to Silhouette, you have out of the box. So you can do that one. This right here is just designing and how to split it up. The one for me actually putting it together, I did not do in this class because I did a live video. So you have to just watch the live video. This was the cost for the flash sale, but the regular cost is there. With that t-shirt talk, I go over so many different ways that you can make t-shirts. So if you're not quite sure which method is going to work best for you, we talk about sublimation, heat transfer vinyl, embroidery, white toner, DTF, screen printing and screen print transfers, and DTG. So I break down the differences in all of those and their pros and cons. So you'll know kind of like, which one you want to maybe invest in. So that's what T-shirt talk is. The seminar, the foam board, the graduation stole, so all the graduation stoles, the Cricut to Silhouette Studio DS, which that definitely for some reason did not do what it was supposed to do. And then you have custom centerpieces, complement your small business. I show creating basic logos in that one, thank you cards, Facebook banners. There's a list. So it's an old one, but I left the calendar on here. So you see everything that we went over in this class. So basic logos and watermarks, packaging, labels, stickers for polymailers and boxes, Facebook and YouTube website cover photos, product tags, product and post thumbnails, scratch cards, IG posts and overlays, business cards, thank you cards. So we did that many sessions, and they were all live. So you're getting the playbacks of those. And let's see what else is on here. 16 of 26. So we got a few more to load. All right, it needs to load. All right, there we go. Load more. All right, well, I want you to load. All right, I have no idea what's going on. Eight of 26. What the heck? Okay, I don't know why it won't load the rest. There we go. Oh, that's not supposed to be on there. Shopify, you have text effects, you have this one. That one's on there. You have Essentials of Silhouette Studio, you have the tracing masterclass, you have memorial designs, you have the Photoshop for Essentials of Photoshop for sublimation, and the tiling one, which is the same thing as the all over class. And then you have, why is there two on here? One of these is not on there. Let me see real quick, because one of them is definitely not on there. Out of the box is, and there's a little bit of software in there, but it's mainly for the machine, breaking down all of the different parts of it. If you're wanting to learn the program, then you will need to get Essentials to Silhouette Studio. So because a lot of people ask about like print and cuts, I did do a print and cut so that they can get used to like using it in that class. And I think we also did a vinyl cut, but it's not for the program. It is about the machine, understanding the machine, how to load your mat, the differences between them, and all that kind of good jazz. So it was to encourage people to get it out of the box and set up. So we went through the setup. I talked a little bit about the differences between the different upgrades. But if you want program, you're either going to take the Essentials to Silhouette Studio, which that one comes with the old one has like 3 different ones on there. And then I have a new Essentials to Silhouette Studio that's coming, but the one that's on there, you actually get the original and 2 refreshers or 3 refreshers or something like that, but you'll need both. All right. Last call. Let me see. Are the prices discounted already on the site? I want to purchase another one besides Shopify. No. So they're not discounted. You see the discount at checkout. Let's see. Because there's 2 of these on here. I thought I removed the other one. There we go. Alrighty, I'm gonna jump off of here so that I can go and reprint this. But like I said, I will be back. It's on sale 11:59. So if you have questions when I come back after I put the boys to bed, I'll answer any questions that you guys have. All right. Alrighty, guys. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.